All right.
Hi. We didn't have an intro today.
Yeah, we're having a couple of little issues.
Welcome to Derailed.
And this issue.
Welcome to Derailed, where we derail ourselves away from our own intro.
Yeah, we didn't even have an open for this show today.
No, we didn't.
Maybe I'll play it later when it's finished copying over.
Yeah. Because, see, the problem is...
The problem is that you people switch places.
I know.
Because you're over there.
Yeah.
You've noticed a difference here. Jeff's over there today because, spoiler alert, Jeff's not going to be here tomorrow.
That's
What?
right.
Or the
Yeah,
following day.
What?
I gotta
know.
be out of town.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, and somebody let him.
Did I approve that?
I don't know
I
if
don't
I
know.
asked.
Oh.
Fair enough.
My mom's got to have a procedure in San Antonio. So I got to go out of town.
Always using the mom excuse.
That's usually, I mean, me and most of our new hires, right?
Yeah, typically that's
No.
what happens. Typically, that's what happens.
Most of our new hires aren't mama's boys, so.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
Well,
today
you know,
Monday?
It is Monday
It is.
all
Oh,
day.
man, it
Started bright and
feels
early for
like a
me.
Monday.
Or actually dark and early.
It definitely feels like a Monday. What'd you do this weekend?
Um,
Anything?
I actually shot in the Boy Scout clay shoot Saturday morning, which was a
cool.
good time, and I actually shot really well.
Very nice.
For someone who hadn't shot in like a year, I think the last time I shot at the Claybird was the clay shoot last year for the Boy Scouts. I MC that for them each year, help out with the auction, and Mike Smith and those guys, Dana Schwartz, Jamie Huffman, all those guys that do the Boy Scout clay shoot, they do a great job of putting that together.
Well, that sounds like a good
fantastic.
time.
Would have liked to have seen a few more shooters out there. I think there was right at close to 100. So
Wow.
But would like to see a few more. I
And
mean,
you
it's
like
not as
to see more? That sounds like a lot.
not as busy as you get to the West Texas Rehab clay shoot or the Shannon shoot, you know, and they have 2 and 3 rotations, and we
Wow,
just
so
did a
they've got a
morning
lot of
rotation, and yeah, they didn't even have an afternoon one. So yeah, tons of people. But
Nice.
but
Well, that's
yeah.
fun.
But it was a good time, and a lot of money raised for the Boy Scouts, which is always good. So
That's
Good
good.
deal.
Yeah.
Jeff, what'd you do?
I watched the second season of Mindhunter.
is that all you
I
did?
still haven't watched the first.
That's the lion's share of what I did. You know what?
I still
I
haven't even watched
also
the first.
I also spent a good portion of Saturday setting up my calendar for the upcoming semester.
Ooh.
That sounds riveting.
Them school
You know what?
classes. What are you
It
taking?
was, I'm taking biology
Ugh.
with a lab.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm taking intermediate Spanish.
Okay, that should be
Donde está?
decently easy for you, right?
Not that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, conjugation is difficult
Sure.
for anybody who wasn't just
Conjugation
raised
is
completely
difficult
speaking Spanish.
for even some people in this building.
Yeah, it's not the easiest part of the language.
And
It's
I'm
hard
talking
in
about English conjugation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's even hard in English.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm also taking public speaking, which I had the opportunity to take online.
because
But if
that'll
I-
be tough for you.
Yeah.
How can that
If
be
I-
public speaking online? What do
So-
you like? Have a bunch
so-
of laptops in front
so
of
the
you?
requirement-
It's called webcasting.
Yeah, essentially the requirement was you have to gather at least 4 adults to
That's gotta
watch
be
you
hard
give
for
a
you.
speech. And you have to have somebody
You just webcam it?
sort of
Well,
sort of you
record
have to
it.
record it.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically the camera first has to like, hey, here's the room full of people.
All 4
And
of
then
them.
set the angle so that
On you.
yeah. And I
Nice.
thought, you know what? It's going to be easier to actually go to a class once a week to do this than to
Yeah.
Yeah, then to set up
destroy my adult relationships by making them join me. on a
Dude, I'll do
regular
it.
basis.
I mean,
But
I'm
he
already
said-
thinking of sweet things we can do.
He said adults.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
it's got to be.
I'm just thinking we could make you some sweet green screen videos.
Oh man, Yeah,
We'll
I
just
mean,
make it legit.
the speech is it's not going to be a hard thing at all.
Let's just make it look like you're in front of a crowd of like 5,000 people.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, I
let's-
gathered my peeps.
Let's make it obviously not that. It's like
We-
in front of the Taj Mahal.
We could just green screen in like at a Trump rally, all those
perfect.
people,
yeah.
and you.
Oh, that would
me.
be great.
Talking to people.
Make America
Oh
great
my
again.
gosh.
Well,
That would be
Heaven sends.
awesome. I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got biology, public speaking,
Spanish,
Spanish,
There's one
intermediate
more.
Spanish. You're taking 4?
art history.
Art
Ooh.
history.
That one should
Dude.
not be very hard either.
I don't know, man.
The writing
Art
part
history's
of
gonna
the
be
speech and
tough.
the art history, not going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
What's going to be a big deal is the biology and the biology
In the lab, yeah.
That is going to take so much time.
Yeah.
When I had finished putting in all the assignments, the due dates and stuff like that for the calendar, it's mostly biology.
Right. Makes
It's
sense.
pretty much all biology.
Makes sense. Yeah. I didn't do a whole lot this weekend. So my sister-in-law is a teacher this year, an art teacher
Oh,
at
cool.
Glenn Middle School.
Ah,
Yeah.
Our teachers are awesome.
Yeah, so we went up to her classroom and helped her kind of get that ready and get all set up. What else did I do? I don't think I did anything.
Really,
Yeah, I don't remember.
it's always nice.
Yeah, I literally can't remember an hour ago. It's a Monday. So we're just going to kick it off.
well, I can remember.
Can you?
Yes. At 5 a.m. when I got a phone call
Oh, yeah.
that someone hadn't done their
Yeah.
specific news duties.
Well, look,
Oh,
in all fairness, Mr. Adams is probably just tired. We keep flip-flopping his schedule, so,
don't care.
you know. There's that.
Because my morning got derailed at 5
It already got derailed.
No.
Lucky you. All right, here we go. International days.
Yes.
International Orangutan Day.
Yeah, it is.
That's fantastic.
I love them. They're such fun little creatures. I wonder if you just have different personalities in all of them, like people. I wonder if there's some that are just angry,
That makes sense.
some that are just comical.
Yeah.
You know,
I
just
mean, they
all
seem-
sorts
I mean-
of just the spectrum of personalities.
Do you not remember the Jungle Book? I mean, come on.
Ooh,
Orangutans
yeah.
in the Jungle Book?
It was King
Right.
Louis was the big one, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
King
He
Louis.
looks like King Louis right there.
Yeah, he does. National Orangutan Day. There you go. What else do we have? Photography Day.
Hey,
So that's a fun one.
that really is fun.
That's kind of right up our alley.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's
Photography
take a
is,
look. Learn about Photography Day. The soft click of the camera, flash of light, and the moment in time captured forever. You know, here's a side note on that. Aboriginal tribes.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about photomats.
No. Fair enough.
Drive-through photomats.
I don't know enough about it to say all, so I'll say some Aboriginal tribes feel that if you take their picture, their photograph, you steal their soul.
Oh.
You can't take their picture. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting.
You know, the photography you can learn so much, but it's kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of an expensive.
Oh,
hobby.
yeah. So here's my beef with photography. The way that digital cameras have progressed over
Right.
the year, I think anybody, well, you don't even have to have a DSLR anymore. You can have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Or any smartphone.
Yeah,
And I think everybody thinks that they're a photographer these days.
it's true.
And that bugs me.
Well, I mean, I'm totally happy with the accessibility of being able to take photos at pretty much any time.
Sure.
And I think the benefit of that is that it allows more people to learn more about taking pictures.
Yeah.
Um,
I just wish they would figure out a way to bring back more emphasis on film.
yeah,
Because I think if you learn through the ins and outs of film,
it's
and you
much
can
more
do
difficult.
it that way, sure, then you would be immensely better
Right.
with the digital. But it's just so easy. Well, I say so easy. I'm sure it's still
Yeah.
difficult for some.
I think
But
it
it's
is.
a lot easier to grab a DSLR, put it on auto,
Right.
push the shutter button, and just drop it on your computer, and everybody's like, wow, look at that.
Right. Or
You
people, I know a lot of photographers say, they'll take their camera somewhere to an assignment or something like that, and people say, man, I'd love to do that, but I think I need a nice camera like yours. And they're like, it's not
Right.
the camera that's doing this.
Right, exactly.
The camera is the tool, but
Yeah,
it's me.
right.
Yeah. It's a fun pastime.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I took photography in college.
Ooh, did you?
Yeah, it was actually a really cool class, and I enjoyed having to actually go take my film and go in the dark room.
Oh, yeah. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Actually process and develop your own film.
I think that brings
such
us
a
back
great
to
feeling.
Photomats?
Almost. It brings us back to Stranger Things, and all those fans were wondering what he was doing in that room with the red light.
Right. So it's so odd for them because they're like, "Whoa, why is he putting that picture in water?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no, those
Is
are
it making that
chemicals.
picture
Yeah,
more
it's-
Those
clear?
are chemicals,
It's film solution.
right? That
Yeah.
develop that film. And yeah, oh yeah, I remember the same class and having the creative freedom that is so easily destroyed by
Right.
a quick mess up.
Oh,
That
yeah.
you can't just click undo.
Yeah, when you
know?
have an assignment to go shoot something, and then you only have so many hours in the dark room to process it or whatever, and you go shoot it,
yeah.
and then you mess it up,
Uh-huh.
and then you got to go, oh, I got to go back and shoot that again.
Yeah, and you're
or
using,
you just turn in your junk.
Really bad
Right.
picture.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's where I learned time management, I think.
I remember, trying to get my enlarger set up, and I got it all perfect and developed it for the exact amount of time I wanted, and then got all the way to the end and screwed it up. In the last solution, I was like, no, I had it exactly the way I wanted it, and had to start over. And there's just something lost, when you get all the way to the end and you have to start over. It's like, did I really get back to what I wanted?
I mean, so I have never developed a photograph.
Oh, really?
Ever?
No, never.
It's fun. It's a good time.
I learned about photography on digital, mainly because no matter which way you approach it, it's expensive. Digital cameras are costly.
Yeah.
But if you get a film camera, where do you develop it now?
Walmart.
Yeah, right. And you let them choose
1 hour
everything for you,
photo.
right? Or you invest in a dark room.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
just
those are really your only options.
it's costly.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know that feeling unless I was working on a photo in Photoshop and it crashed.
Right. And then you're like, no, I lost hours of work. Well, there you go. You should definitely take a photography class over at ASU.
Yeah.
You should. They're fun. Oh, what else do we have? We have Potato Day.
I like potatoes.
I love potatoes.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
It deserves its own day.
I love me some carbs.
Workhorse of dinner.
Yeah, it is. Man, potatoes every way. I could literally eat potatoes with every meal, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
I do. I think it's why my wife gets mad a lot. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing
Enough
with
with the
dinner?"
potatoes.
Potatoes. Yeah.
She's that's funny.
International Bow Day. At first, I got
bow and
excited.
hair?
Yeah, at first I got excited when
You
David
thought it
read
was
it
like
earlier,
a-
and I was like, "Ooh, archery, fun."
No.
No, it's
like
definitely
bows on gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a bow in your hair. Let's look. Let's see. When in doubt, put a bow on it.
I knew some bowheads in high school.
Did you? It's true, whether made of silk or cotton, plain or bedecked.
Bedecked?
Bedecked with rhinestones? That's not a word you hear a lot.
It is not.
Bedecked with rhinestones
Especially
and
not
glitter.
since the 1990s. Right?
There's one thing you can know for certain. No matter what it is, putting a bow on it will make it better. International Bow Day encourages all to wear a bow and share their magnificence with the world at large.
Well, I wonder if Jay Martin, our new meteorologist, realized that because he's wearing the bow tie today.
Yes,
for
he
his first
is.
day on air.
And I tell you what, it was untied in the newsroom when I saw him. That means he can tie his own.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wild.
Can you tie a bow tie, Jeff?
No.
I can't either. Can you?
Yeah.
No.
No, I can't.
But there's a YouTube tutorial, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I could learn.
right.
I just
I can process
You can be
instructions.
taught?
I can do that. I just
Yeah.
don't know. No, I've never done it. I'm still thinking about bedecked though. in
He
the
can't get past it.
in the context of rhinestones. It just
Yeah.
makes me think of bedazzled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Such a 1998 thing to do.
Have you ever bedazzled anything, Jeff?
I've never bedazzled anything. I've never bedazzled anything. So,
Hey, well,
it just makes me wonder if there was some marketing person who was like, these these could be bedecked in rhinestones. But wouldn't it be better?
If we called it bedazzling.
Oh my god.
This thing is bedazzled.
That's good. Here we go. Aviation Day. You like to fly?
I do like to fly.
I like to fly.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
enjoy a
like
good
to
plane trip.
pilot a plane?
Maybe. Maybe if it was me by myself. And so
But
the
not
only
when you have the
responsibility-
lives of other
Yeah.
people.
Not commercially, but a fighter jet, I'm all in.
Oh,
I don't think I'm up for that.
I'll be your wingman
wanna-
anytime.
I'm just
I want to go Mach 1 with my hair on fire.
Uh-huh.
All about it.
God, I would. That'd
Got
be
passed
so
over
much
twice
fun.
to fly with the Thunderbirds. So
That sucks.
I know. I was
That's too
bummed
bad.
about that because there was twice that they came through here doing air shows.
Oh, it's so cool. I
once-
love listening to them when they put it down. Well, then when they put it down on the speakers where you can hear the guy making the calls. That's so cool.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's a
don't-
lot of fun.
It just seems like that's a stressful job right there, huh?
What, flying a jet?
Yeah.
Oh, I hit something. Whoops.
Whoop. Little mistake.
Yeah.
Big impact.
Is that a goose?
A day to celebrate the development of aviation. Aviation Day falls on and commemorates the birthday of Orville Wright. Federal buildings in America may be required to fly the U.S. flag on this day at presidential whim in order to promote the day.
May be required.
May.
Not.
They are
Mandatory.
not correct. They may be required.
Huh.
So there you go. That's a fun one. Ooh, August is Catfish Month.
I like me some catfish.
Interesting.
This is a really cool picture of a red-tailed cat. So these are awesome. These get huge. Like, huge.
Big enough to fillet and fry.
Oh, man. Big
That's
enough
all I care
to
about.
fillet and fry for a village.
My wife hates catfish.
Ugh.
She's one of those. She doesn't like bottom feeders
Oh.
type deals. You know,
I love 'em.
She's like, they're dirty.
Right?
But they taste so good.
Catfish is okay. It's kind of like dark meat fish.
It is.
Kind of, yeah.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Not my favorite.
So
I
this
like,
says catfish's mild taste adapts well to a wide array of flavors, especially strong assertive ones, which is why you used to see it blackened Cajun style in so many restaurant menus, a trick which soon became a tired cliche.
Right. It is. Yeah.
So I like jugging for catfish.
What is that?
So,
You should not have asked that question.
right. So I like, obviously, fishing in general of all types.
What? You?
Not me,
Stop.
right? Yeah, I could literally just fish my life away.
He could.
So I'm one of those people that, for most people, they have fun if they're catching, but not
Okay.
necessarily just fishing, right? They kind of get bored. It's like, oh, I haven't had a bite in an hour. For me, it doesn't matter. I can literally, I can not catch a fish all day long, and I will just be blissfully happy.
Is it the day drinking?
I mean, that's always a part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fishing in general.
So I take this phone call.
Oh, you
gentlemen.
would. It's all right. We'll talk about jugging.
Okay.
Hello.
So jugging is a type of fishing where you essentially create some sort of flotation device. It originated with jugs, so say like a gallon milk jug,
Right.
and then you tie a string to it with a weight at the bottom and a hook in the bait, and you throw it over in the water.
You just let the
And
jug
it
do its
floats,
thing.
yeah, and it just floats around.
See, that's a
The
smart way to
catfish
fish.
eats it,
Uh-huh.
and then it can't take the jug under. You know, it's like
Right.
Jaws, can't keep 3 barrels down. it's the same way. It can't pull the jug under. So then you go back out, and if you see your jug moving around or it's not where it is, then you probably have a fish on
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty great.
Yeah, so of course, you know, there's lots of different ways you can do it, and the latest way that I had done it
I'm back.
was he's back. We had taken
Like a phantom.
a piece of PVC
Yeah.
and you run it through
It's my phantom.
a pool noodle. So then you put a weight inside the PVC. So the weight makes the PVC lay flat like this. But then if a fish hits it or bites it, it'll flip that up and the weight will fall to the bottom. So then your PVC will stand up like this.
Smart.
Yeah, so then when you go back out to check your jugs, you'll see a lot of them laying flat, and then you'll see one that's standing up like this, and you're like, ooh, I probably have a fish on that one.
So similar to that,
Human ingenuity.
I guess, one of my buddies uses a deal It's not PVC. I'm trying to think if it's just a 2x4. I think it's a 2x4 that he has. They put hooks on the backside of it, and they fish for alligator gar. So when they start rolling, you know, they throw that board out past them.
Yeah, and snag them, pulling them in.
They come in.
Have you ever been...
gars, those fish are mean.
Yeah. I have a picture of me when I was in Florida fishing, and I had caught one off my dock, and I'm holding it like this.
An alligator gar?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One hand up here, one hand down here. The thing was just massive.
Yeah.
We caught them all the time. They're huge. So much fun. Have you ever been noodling?
That doesn't sound great. What is it?
Do you know what noodling is?
No.
In the context, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
He did not say canoodling.
Noodling is when you go catfishing, but you stick your hand in the catfish hole, stick it in there, and you try and get the catfish to bite you.
Okay.
So the catfish will bite your arm, and then you just grab onto whatever you can on the inside of the catfish, squeeze down, it'll bite harder into your arm, and then it's locked on your arm. So then you pull it out of the hole, bring it up to the top of the surface.
That doesn't sound great.
Yeah, lots of people die
from
doing
noodling.
it.
Yeah.
So
why? Because the fish eats their arm off? What?
Well, there's a few potential dangers here. First off, they'll lose digits because they'll stick their hand or foot in to see, and they find a snapping turtle in there.
Oh.
So there goes that digit real quick.
Yeah.
You know, that's a potential danger. They can also find a water moccasin
Not
because
great.
they'll make dens underwater.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Or they'll just grab onto a catfish that they're not strong enough to pull out of its hole because it's too big. And they drowned because the catfish isn't letting go. He's angry with you.
I mean, so really, noodling.
Wow.
It sounds like what they should really call it is desperation fishing.
Pretty much. I'm hungry. And I don't have any tackle.
I can go wrestle that deer.
Yeah. Or I can stick my hand in a hole underwater.
Yeah.
And see if something bites it, and I'll pull it out.
Yeah.
Noodling.
If you don't have a stick.
Yeah.
You got a stick and a shoestring,
I mean,
something.
I'll go noodling. I got no problem doing it.
I do. I have a problem. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Noodling I'm talking about happens at the Olive Garden. I'll eat some noodles.
Those are good noodles. Those are good noodles. All right, what happened in history? Let's see.
What do we have?
We have, okay,
interesting.
starting with birthdays again.
Oh.
Before we get to
Billy.
an attempted coup over here.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. Billy, that jazz saxophone playing Clinton. Did you like it when he played jazz saxophone?
I did not have relations with that saxophone. Oh.
That is true. Oh, man. You know, I got to hear Bill Clinton speak one time.
Did you really?
I did.
Did it sound like that?
It was very close to that, surprisingly. And I tell you what, there was one thing that I took away from his speech that has just stayed with me forever. It was really cool. So he was speaking at West Texas A&M, where I went to school. Well, I had just gone back up to visit a buddy of mine that was still there. And he was giving a speech, and he was like, dude, we should go over and listen. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we went over, and he gave a speech. And, of course, you know, half of it was this side politics, half of it's this side politics. It's all a political speech. But at the end of his speech, he said, here's the problem and what needs to be fixed. We cannot continue to look at ourselves as Democrats and Republicans. We need to look at ourselves as Americans. And nothing will be fixed until that happens. I was like, yeah, that's very, very true. You know, I think a lot of times we get on too far of the side of, well, that can't be right because that person's Democrat and I'm a Republican. And it's like, well, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Just listen to what the human is saying, right?
Yeah.
And kind of break it down a little bit. So that really stuck with me. I enjoyed his speech.
Yeah, we're just kind of divisive. I like it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to listen to you, you donkey. What else do we have here? Crown Princess, don't know the name, Mette Marie, Norwegian princess, 1973. Mette Marie, is that how you would say that?
I think.
Sure.
Yeah,
Merritt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
What would they say? I knew a Norwegian dude whose cousin, Anna Mette. And it was spelled like that, Mette.
So that might be Meta.
Yeah.
Mathematic.
There you go. 1942, Fred Thompson, American politician and actor. Gene Roddenberry, American writer and producer.
There you go.
Yeah.
1921.
Created.
Don't know.
You don't know?
Star Trek, right?
Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Writer of
go.
Star Trek.
There you go.
That's some utopian writing right there.
Philo Farnsworth, 1906, an American inventor.
What did he invent? do you know?
Farnsworth!
That is a Trivial Pursuit question if
Yeah,
I've
it is.
ever heard one.
So what is it just says inventor.
Yeah, that's all it
Does it
says.
say inventor of?
See if you can find what he did. Philo Farnsworth.
All right. Let's check this out. Oh,
1883, Coco Chanel. It's a really good documentary about Coco Chanel. I think it was just called Coco, right?
Hey,
Maybe it was just called
we
Chanel.
might actually owe our careers to this guy.
Really?
Philo
Did you find
Taylor
something?
Farnsworth was an American inventor and television pioneer. He made many contributions to the early development of all electronic television.
Oh, really?
That's what that guy did.
Philo Farnsworth. Wow.
Electronic television.
Nice.
That's him.
Well, we need to thank him for giving us jobs.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, he also created a device designed to create nuclear fusion.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks, Philo.
Yeah, it's called the television.
He's-
There's one in everybody's home. It was all a ploy.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Let's get on the
What else do
conspiracy
we
theory.
have
How about
here?
that? There you go.
Dude, don't even
There's
get
one
me
for you.
started. That would be a good one. Okay. 1991. On this day in 91, Mikhail Gorbachev, the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union and President of the Soviet Union, was briefly ousted in a coup by communist hardliners.
wow.
Said, get out.
That was right before. Who was the president right after the
Reagan?
USSR fell?
Oh,
President of Russia.
Ooh, I don't know.
It was. He was the guy that we essentially put in. Nobody remembers his name.
right before Gorbachev.
No, right after Gorbachev.
Oh, after.
Before Putin.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't remember the.
Barely keep up with
The
American
hardline
politics, let
communist
alone
coup.
Russian politics.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about Chernobyl though. What a show.
Ooh. I need to watch the Chernobyl Diaries. Speaking
Yeah?
of that, I need to, yeah. Okay, what else do we have? 2004. The search engine company Google Inc. raised $1.66 billion in its initial public offering. In an unusual move, the shares were sold in a public auction intended to put the average investor on equal footing with financial industry professionals.
Wow. You know, my boss at the time had a lot of investments. He was always checking the stock market. And I remember even that year, I was like, hey, you should invest in that. And he laughed at me. And I was poor, so I couldn't.
Like, don't laugh, money bags. If I had the money, I would. Well,
Yeah.
you know, there's lots of stuff like that. I mean, like we were talking last time when a buddy of mine brought Bitcoin to me.
Right.
And he was like, dude, it's $500. Just drop $500 on Bitcoin. And I mean, if I'd have sold it at 19 grand when it reached one of its highest,
Yeah.
you know, we'd have had a lot of money.
It's a bit of a return.
It's kind of like right now.
Lot
I
of
mean,
money.
obviously, when I was still news anchor on KLST and Nexstar came in and bought KLST, the two stations, I mean, the stock was like less than $1.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
Yeah.
it's close to, I think, $100 per share. Mm-hmm. So if
Yeah.
I would have just dropped
Yep.
$50 or something. I mean,
Uh-huh. No, it's literally how it goes.
Yeah.
If Coach had only put me in fourth quarter,
That's right,
we'd
we'd
have
have
been
won
state
state.
champs.
That is exactly how it goes. Because I remember the first time I read about Bitcoin. It's like $250 per
Sure.
Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And I was still poor.
Right.
So I was
Per,
just like,
yeah, per Bitcoin. Like, the whole coin worth $250. And it's like, man, then they got over 19 grand.
Yeah.
Crazy. Which I tell you what, cryptocurrency is still pretty intriguing, you know, the fact
It
that
is. I think
it
it's just
could
like,
go, it could not go. It's just, it's so volatile.
right.
You don't know.
I think it sort of illustrates what's important about money and it's believing that it has value.
Right.
That's the root of all evil?
Right. Oh, yeah. So we talk about Twitch and video games all the time and these kids that are playing them, but a lot of the guys streaming that I had watched in their pastime when they were not playing games, they would buy and sell cryptocurrency. And I mean, I'm talking like quick buy and sell.
Right.
Like they would buy it and then 45 minutes later they're selling it. And these guys are just, most of the time, making thousands of dollars. And you're just watching them do it.
Right.
And now there's a few times where they'd buy it and 30 minutes later they lost $5 or $6 grand and they're like, well, that sucks. Sell it. I'm out. And they'll just do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And that's literally how fast these cryptos
That's strange.
were changing.
So if you're used to buying and selling something within an hour and it falls for half an hour,
You think you would let it ride.
just wait.
Right. Just wait. And it'll go back. You would think. But that's the deal with cryptos is there's just no guarantee.
But that's the way it is with
It's
any
up, it's down.
with any money, because
Sure.
obviously getting ready for my trip to Europe here to go to Germany, I've been watching the euro and seeing what the exchange rate is for dollars to euros. So I would have some euros in my pocket, and I had my amount set aside in dollars that I was going to exchange. So I've been trying to watch the euro over the last 6 months to see how it is, and it's gone anywhere from $1 equals 87 euros to 91 is the highest it's been in the last 6 months. And so I finally exchanged the other day at 90 cents. So I got, for every dollar I got 90 euros, 90 cents
Not
euros,
bad.
which wasn't bad because apparently the dollar's pretty strong.
All right. I don't think we had a lot
there
of
was one that was
real good stuff.
our
Did you see something in here?
our new morning producer James brought up one. I don't know if that's
Oh,
today
yeah,
or
yeah,
it's
yeah.
tomorrow.
I think it might be tomorrow because I couldn't find it in here. Because, we were talking about Coco
Stay
Chanel.
tuned, folks.
Yeah. Was born 1847. U.S. forces under Major General Winfield Scott began the Battle of Contreras, opening the final campaign of the Mexican-American War.
Yeah.
In 1847. It's kind of fun. U.S. Constitution, commanded by Captain Isaac Hull, won a brilliant victory over the British frigate HMS, what is that, Guerrero? In War of 1812. Man, can you imagine being on one of those huge ships, shooting cannons at other ships?
I know.
I mean, I can imagine doing it. I can't imagine having to do it as a living.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
pirate's life for you is not the case, or what?
taking a boat trip on a boat like that, like a day trip or something like that, sounds pretty fun.
That would be cool.
But
being out to sea for 3 months?
Yeah, crossing the Atlantic, no. No. All that scurvy.
Yeah. So I just pulled up this list and gave it to everybody.
Yeah, you gave away the
is-
top
cool.
10
Right.
movies.
But this is what we're going to go off of. So what I was thinking is we were just talking about Bitcoin and how currency drives a lot of stuff. The root of all evil, right? There's been a lot of good movies about it.
Yeah.
So
money?
today, and I would play our top 10 graphic, but I don't have it.
Our
So-
stuff is all messed up.
So we're not
So-
doing it. Right. So, yeah.
Do we ever do it right?
Yeah.
Every now and then we do.
Yeah.
So, let's do top 10 movies that are money driven. Or top 10 movies about money.
Okay.
All right.
This will be fun.
Does American Psycho count?
Yes, it does.
Well, there you go. That's
That's yours.
where you're
toss
starting.
that one right in there.
what you want to open
I
up
don't know if
with?
we can actually play any trailers.
I know.
for
I
that.
was about to say. Let me see what I can find.
I don't even know if I can safely describe what this movie is really about, except for the scene. So the main character is in mergers and acquisitions in 1980s Wall Street, New York. He is a psychopath who really, really struggles with wanting to kill people.
He's Ted Bundy.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Christian
pretty
Bale.
Close, actually.
In
Yeah.
the movie, but he
So same difference, good looking guy.
pretty much, yeah, good-looking guy who's
Let's see.
there's one iconic scene that sort of really illustrates what the movie's all about, because it's not really just about this guy who wants to kill a lot of people. It's about the fact that he's in mergers and acquisitions in the 1980s Wall Street.
You gotta give it everything you got. I like these calm little moments.
To begin with, didn't really value human life much.
Right.
Valued his appearance over just about everything else.
Patrick Bateman has a busy day.
And at some point, he walks by an
12:30 power
ATM
lunch.
machine.
Another martini, Paul.
3:45 board meeting.
What do you
He's going
think?
insane. And
very
he goes
nice.
To get money out.
7 o'clock friendly takeover.
Patrick, you're so sweet.
9:15 make a
The ATM
killing.
machine says on his little readout, "Feed me kittens."
So, what do you do?
I'm into,
It's about to
murders
put a
and
kitten in the
executions
ATM machine.
mostly.
I don't think that's gonna work out well.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Rated
Yeah.
It's a pretty insane movie. And, you know,
Imagine that, American Psycho.
Presents
Gore insane movie.
On the verge of frenzy.
Acclaimed director Mary Herron's shocking adaptation
Yeah.
I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
of the controversial bestseller by Bret Easton Ellis,
If you stay, something bad will happen.
American Psycho. The new uncut version, now available
so
in a
I'm
killer
gonna go.
collector's edition.
Here we go now.
We're not through yet.
Slammed with special features.
Do you have any witnesses or finger?
Because that's such a great movie.
It's so
I love
good.
Trading Places.
Oh, let me
So,
find it.
Eddie Murphy.
If you right-click on the tab that you open for the video and do mute site,
Gotcha.
that'll work, because I think the audio was up on that.
I believe it was.
Or you can turn...
I can
your
just kill
computer's
the
audio
channel.
down to- Yeah.
Yeah, so he's talking Trading Places with Eddie Murphy,
That is a great movie.
Dan Aykroyd.
It's a great movie.
One of my favorite parts of this movie is when he puts the salmon in his Santa outfit. Oh, man. All right, hold on. Let me fix my
Oh, man.
audio issue here. Okay, I just killed the audio. Trading Places.
Such a great movie.
It is
Dan Aykroyd.
really good.
Eddie Murphy.
Here you go.
And the premise.
Is basically it's a bet. So a bet takes place between the two extremely rich men,
Okay.
and they want to see essentially if they can take one man off the street and another man that's higher in the company and flip-flop them and see if they can take the man off the street and make him at the top of the company. So they do.
Trade places.
Yeah, they essentially make them trade places.
Did they discover that it's more difficult to be homeless?
Yeah, so Dan Aykroyd has all of his accounts frozen and everything, and he quickly learns that his friends turn on him, and he goes
he's not
back to
part
the
of high
country
society.
club. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just not part of that
There he is,
group
looking in on 'em.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's,
It's fun. It's a good movie.
that is a great movie.
Yeah.
like it.
Okay, so I've got one that I'm gonna bet y'all have seen. Boiler Room.
I have not seen Boiler
I
Room,
seen Boiler
to be
Room?
honest.
I don't
Haven't
know
seen
that I have.
Boiler Room?
Never have.
So Boiler Room is clearly a movie that's based all around money and the stock market and trading and all sorts of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's got actually a pretty big cast in it.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, it's
Oh,
Giovanni
okay.
Ribisi
Oh,
and
wow.
Vin Diesel and Scott Conn, I think. So yeah, they sum it up with a college dropout attempting to live up to his father's high standards gets a job as a broker for a suburban investment firm, which puts him on the fast track to success. But the job might not be as legitimate as it first appeared to be.
Oh.
So yeah, he basically tries to get on as a broker, and you quickly realize that maybe everything that they're doing here is not as legal as you would think it is. But you're like, man, all these guys are making
Tons
a
of cash.
lot of money. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll keep trading and keep doing this because they're all doing it. So how would it not be legal, right? If all of these guys in this firm are just loaded.
Yeah.
Well, it's illegal, and they find out. But it's really cool. The cast is really good. in it.
I'll have to check that out.
Mhm.
You know, Giovanni Ribisi is one of those actors that seems like he never really had the chance to, I guess, be as prominent as he could be.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, he doesn't have that like leading guy sort of thing that Hollywood pushes for.
Right.
He's in this show on Amazon, Amazon Prime, called Sneaky Pete, where he plays a convict who's being released, but he doesn't want to go back to his normal con man life. He's trying to figure out a way to sort of get out of that.
Nice.
And his cellmate has spent the entire time that they were in prison together talking about his family in upstate New York and what his grandparents' life was like, what their land was, what they did for a living, all this stuff. So when he gets out of prison, he
assumes his identity.
Yeah. Assumes his identity
Nice.
because they haven't seen him for 20 years anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is sneaky.
Super sneaky.
Yeah.
You underestimate my sneakiness.
I am Pete, and I am sneaky.
Speaking of another money movie, I'm going to go there.
Are you?
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Have I seen that? I don't think I've seen Mr. Deeds.
You've never seen Mr.
No?
Deeds? Oh.
So Mr. Deeds is an Adam Sandler movie
Yes, it is.
Oh.
about old Deedsy and his inheritance.
Come to find out, he has inherited a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
And he is just this pizza guy from this little town. And the butler is... what is his name? The actor's name? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, man, I'll have to pull it up
But
in
yeah,
a
you'll
second.
see it in a minute. But he's his butler, and he's the one who says, "You underestimate my sneakiness."
Yeah, because
Because he is very sneaky.
he'll literally...
He like sneaks
just-
up on
He's a
Deeds
sneaky
like
butler.
with
Yeah.
You won't even know it till he's there.
He'll show up out of nowhere. He'll just be talking to somebody, and then he's just immediately beside him, and that's his catchphrase.
And Deeds is this little
underestimate
guy.
my
He delivers
sneakiness.
pizza in this little town, owns this pizza shop. And he's so nice to everybody. He does all these good deeds. And so that's kind of where it comes from. But he finds out that he's the head of this Fortune 500 company because he gets this inheritance. And so he all of a sudden is in all this money, and they fly him to the city.
Right. So then, what's her face?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's his
gosh.
girlfriend.
I don't remember her
Or
name.
becomes his girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know
so
why I can't
that's
think of it.
That's his deal. And
So
yeah,
yes.
there she was.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Winona Ryder's his girlfriend.
Yeah, she's a reporter, so she wants to get the scoop and do all this. So she goes,
She's like a TMZ kind of reporter.
right.
And so they set that whole thing up right there to get him to meet her, and she saves her. That's a guy that works with her, and he beats him up.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
So yeah, when she tells him where she's from, she makes up the place Winchesterton-Fieldville, Iowa.
yeah, that she's from this
So
small
Deeds
town like
goes
him.
and finds the place
Winchesterton
called
Fieldville.
Winchesterton-Fieldville, Iowa, and takes her home, and nobody recognizes her there. Yeah, but it's
That's
good.
great.
It's
That's
a
great.
There he is. There's the butler.
yeah. Yeah,
Not him.
It's a good
It's
movie.
the other guy. I can't think of it. Oh.
Let's see if they show it again.
I was
Yeah,
turned
you
away
look the other way.
Oh man,
just in time.
they've got to show it again.
But he's great.
What is his name?
I can't think of it. The Tennessee is great. Oh,
Yeah, so
There he is.
there you
There's the
go.
butler. Ah,
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Like every time I
Yeah,
look
so he
away,
has a
that's somebody.
frozen. He has this. He has
That's John
frost.
Turturro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
John
go.
Turturro,
So he
yes.
has this. He has this foot. They got frostbite, and he can't feel anything. So John Turturro, he tells him, because it's such a gross foot, he tells him to go ahead and just hit it with the
Yeah.
the
Here's a
fireplace
crowbar.
poker.
Yeah, just hit
And then
it.
he hits him really hard, and he's like, "You're sick! I can't believe you would do that." He goes, "I couldn't feel
Yeah,
it."
'cause he's just beating it like this, and then finally he turns it over and
so
just
awesome.
stabs the foot.
John
It's
Turturro
really
is such
good.
a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Wow.
one of those actors.
But
also.
he's got the accent. You underestimate my sneakiness.
That's funny.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a good
I've-
one.
I've got one on my screen.
Do you? Okay.
as soon as this preview thing takes. The Big Short.
The Big Short.
Oh, that was a good
Oh,
one. Yeah.
Really good movie, right?
Yeah, this movie was awesome.
Yeah. So getting an entertaining.
What, are you on a Christian Bale thing today, or what?
Yeah, he must be.
I totally forgot that he was in it.
He was like the main character in this.
There are a lot of big actors in this movie.
Okay.
That's true. They're all.
Okay.
Anyway, a movie that
Jeff has a crush on
entertainingly
Christian Bale.
explains the financial crisis of 2008 is a tough thing to pull off, I think, and they do a really, really fantastic job. And that's basically what it is. It's about these people who uncover it right essentially as it's happening or before it happens,
Yeah.
and the payback they try to get, which is essentially embezzling money from.
I don't know if you can chew all that there, big guy. There's a couple of scenes in there you probably don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
I'm not.
may
It's just a trailer.
Yeah.
You never know.
Okay.
You never know in those trailers.
But
This trailer approved for all audiences. Not really.
I remember watching this movie and I didn't even know what it was. And as soon as I got into it, I was just enthralled by the whole dialogue. In every scene, it's like, oh my god, the dialogue's so good.
It's
like it just pulls
it has
you
to be
in.
to explain that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if the writing is not good and you're trying to explain what's happening with credit default swaps,
Right.
Yeah. It was really good.
fun movie.
I've already got my next one.
I can see your next one already.
Yeah, you're cheating.
I cheated.
You're looking at my screen.
I cheated.
Let's
And that's a
see.
good one, too.
Yeah, it is.
I'll let you just go ahead.
I'm going
Play that
with
bad boy.
Brewster's Millions.
Oh man,
Did I steal it?
yeah, that was definitely going to be one of mine.
Yeah. I love this movie. It's just so much fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I guess we should probably explain the premise. We're just sitting here watching the trailer like everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
So, to claim his full inheritance of money, he has to spend an absurd amount of money in, what is it, a month time? Maybe 30 days?
I can't remember
I
exactly
don't
what
remember
it is,
that
but
either.
it's
Yeah,
that amount of money in age.
Yeah, so he's got to spend all that money.
And he can't do it just exorbitantly, right?
Right,
So-
he's got stipulations, so he can only donate X amount, he can only invest X amount, like, he has to basically frivolously spend it.
Right.
Right. He can't spend it on assets. That's what it is.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And there, my favorite scene in this movie is he goes into this collectible store and he's looking at all of these stamps and he picks out the most expensive stamp in there and buys it
Yeah.
and then licks it and mails it. So, because he couldn't buy it and keep it as an investment, so he just mails it. And it's so funny.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's I remember he was like a minor league baseball player,
Yeah.
and they had the train that went around the. This movie came out when I was really young.
So my next one, not necessarily about money, but stealing money.
Ooh.
Do you know where I'm going? Take a guess.
The Score.
No. It's got a really great car scene. With Mini Coopers.
Yeah, I was about to say the Italian Job.
The Italian Job.
The
yes.
new one or the original?
Well, the newer one, yeah.
With oh my God, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Loved the Italian Job. Such a great movie. So, and
See
it
if I
is
can-
it is probably one of the best car scenes, chase scenes
Find the
I think
trailer
I've seen in
here.
a long time. So, they did a really great job with it.
Yeah. So classic. This one actually made our heist top 10, didn't it?
I don't remember.
I think we had this one in another top 10.
Yeah, we could have just redone that.
The heist top 10, yeah, since it was all
All those
about
movies are
money
really
as
about
well.
money.
This is about money. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a bank job, and
Yeah.
these guys were just phenomenal.
Another really
And
good
a
cast.
Good cast,
too.
yeah, all the way around.
I've never
Jason
seen this.
Statham. You've never seen The Italian Job?
Never.
Oh, you should watch it. You would probably enjoy it. I mean,
looks
it's an
like- it
action
looks like I
adventure
really
movie,
should watch
but
it.
it's good. And again, a lot of great actors in there, and the car scene at the end is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's the classic trail of double cross in a heist, and then the quest for money and revenge. It's really good.
This makes me wonder why Mos Def didn't do more acting after like the mid 2000s, right?
Yeah, because he did 3 or 4 movies.
And he's really good.
Not really back to back, but kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty close. And yeah, he was good.
Look at how young Mark Wahlberg was.
Everybody
he was
just
baby.
Ugh, Edward Norton.
You just don't like him.
No, I hate him as a human, but I love him as an actor.
He's a great actor.
Why do you hate him as a human?
Well, because
he's pretty notoriously hard
probably
to work
can't say how I really feel.
Why not?
Well,
That's always the most
I'll
fun.
just use more polite words. Let's just say, for lack of a more choice word, he was a real jerk. We went to shoot a premiere when he was at I think it was South by Southwest in Austin, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie was Leaves of Grass, if I remember. I don't know, something he was releasing then. And we were set up and ready to go, and he literally just walked in and just had the worst attitude ever, and just had no problem telling people or treating people where
that's not great.
that he was Ed Norton.
So similar to
like,
when you come into work.
Yes, but it's acceptable because that's me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I just like to give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess, and say, look, everybody's got bad days. Maybe it was one of those days for him. Maybe
but yeah.
Well,
maybe everything was going horrible that day and he just didn't want to
Yeah.
be doing press junkets. I don't know.
You
Could
should
be.
watch it. You should watch The Italian Job. You would enjoy it, I think.
Yeah, you really would.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but it bugs me because he's such a phenomenal actor.
He is.
I love every one of his movies. They're so good. But yeah, that is a good movie. I watched that about a month ago.
Okay. Who's up?
Jeff.
I got one.
Yeah, you do.
Money Pit.
The old Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks.
I'm just gonna.
Money
I've got it
Pit.
here.
It is a classic.
Oh my gosh.
As soon as this other trailer before the old trailer finishes. Some Money Pit, for anybody who wasn't watching movies in the 1980s, is a Tom Hanks classic.
Mm-hmm. And Shelley Long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I forgot that was a Spielberg film.
yeah.
Wow.
And so they buy this old house. They're yuppies. Which was actually still a thing in the 1980s.
And it looks so nice.
Yeah. Super nice place. But there you go.
Little did they know.
Until you quickly realize that it is
Yeah.
a money pit.
This was before Reno shows were popular.
That right there is the scene.
And his
He starts
laughter.
laughing.
Because
It
he's
makes
just...
me lose it.
He's so just, at that point, I think...
It's at the end of his
beyond.
rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just like, I can do nothing but laugh hysterically.
I think this is one of the movies that made him just phenomenally famous.
Yeah.
Because he had done other things in the 1980s. Big, probably.
Oh,
maybe
yeah, it
even
was one
bigger
of
than
his-
this.
yeah.
But the scene where he falls, steps on the carpet, and he gets stuck in the floor, and his feet hanging down. Incredible.
Yeah, and then of course the running joke there with the Carpenters is, how long is it going to take? 2 weeks. Just like
Yeah.
everything. Every time you ask, the answer is 2 weeks. Yeah, that's
Great
good.
movie.
I love Money Pit. Okay, well, I guess I should have another one. I'm going to say Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah?
Good movie.
Yeah. So this movie may not be at the top of the list on a lot of people's because really nothing happens
Right.
when you think about it.
Yeah,
Nothing
and-
really happens in this movie, and there's like maybe 3 scenes out
Yeah.
of the whole movie.
Yeah.
They're at work, they're outside of work, and then I think there's a coffee shop scene or something else, but that's it.
Yeah.
There's not travel, there's not anything. It's all dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about guys who should be selling stuff. And
That's
where you hear them say, always be closing.
pretty much.
That's the whole
That's
the whole
why
gist
everybody
of it.
shares that scene.
Right. See if I can find it here. But yeah, so this was another one for me. I had never seen it, and I'd heard about it all the time. And I watched it with, I had no preconceived notions of what it was going to be or how it was going to be. And then watched it and thought, wow, that movie just kept my attention and nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah, and it shows you kind of how powerful dialogue can be when it's done
The right way.
really well. Yeah. And we can show you after this ad.
Oh, we're going to show the ad? No.
No, we're not going to do that. Here we go. Oh, get up there.
That famous scene.
Wow, look at that 4x3 non-stretched trailer. Yeah, so Alec Baldwin there is not really coaching them, kind of just telling them.
But so many good actors.
Yeah. Sell or be removed. Those are your two options.
That's it.
Yeah, you really don't get much after that.
But who all? They just showed them on. Why do I forget his name? Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Al Pacino, Ed Harris, Alec Baldwin,
Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, Jack Lemmon, and I don't know why I always forget his name. I want to say. No, I don't know. I'll have to look it up because I just watched a movie with him in it the other night.
It's Ed Harris, isn't it?
Ed Harris.
No, yeah, that's Ed Harris,
Oh.
but the other one.
Oh.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin
That's
Spacey
Kevin
too.
Spacey.
Forgot him.
Yeah, he's a really good.
Oh,
A lot of
Oh
people,
my
really
gosh.
good actors in this, and that certainly helps. Even if you have wonderfully fantastic dialogue, bad acting can screw it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can still kill it really quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was just enthralled by the fact that I was enthralled by nothing. I was like, wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worth watching.
If you guys haven't seen Westworld yet, the
I
HBO
haven't.
series,
I haven't.
Harris plays such an amazingly evil character.
Really.
Yeah. He's it's really something.
All right, so
I'm derailing myself.
we don't have a
because
lot
I
of
need to-
time.
I
I'm
need
just
to
going to go ahead and throw mine out.
Alan
'cause
Arkin.
It's got to be.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
right.
couldn't get Alan Alda out of my head, and I was like, it's not Alan Alda. It's Arkin.
Just because it's the money, we're going to go with Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money!
Nice.
Probably.
Because that's one of the most classic lines ever.
Yeah.
I know the movie's really not about money. It is to some
I mean,
extent.
it kind of is.
Because it's about getting money for
Kind of
sports.
is. I mean, he's the
sports
agent. It's
so,
all about the money the whole time.
So I love Jerry Maguire. That was a good movie.
That's
Just
a really great movie.
You had me at hello.
There are a lot of good one-liners in that movie. Jeff, did you have another one before we went?
No,
No?
I don't have anything.
Okay. I have one last one. I'm actually going to skip your trailer because I don't
Okay.
have time
Yeah.
for both trailers,
You
so
don't.
I'll just give
Do
the last
yours.
one and talk about it. It's called Gold.
I would
with
like to see that.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I never saw it.
Yeah. So I'll quickly give the rundown here. So their summary of it is Kenny Wales, a prospector desperate for a lucky break, teams up with a similarly eager geologist and sets off on a journey to find gold in uncharted jungle of Indonesia. So you kind of don't want to ruin him for anybody. Spoiler
Right,
alert out
yeah.
there, but it definitely has kind of a twist at the end, and you're like, wow, that's
What
not
just happened?
what I thought was going to happen. That's really cool. But yeah,
Cool.
basically these guys go out and are
Search for gold?
looking for gold, yeah, but then they are the samples that they're sending back, they're seeding with gold to make their investors go, oh my God, look at the gold content out here. Give them more
Right.
money, give them more money. And they're not really finding anything. And you kind of see how digging for gold works and how all of that fits in on the money side of everything. But it's really good.
That's cool. I mean, I really like the idea of Matthew McConaughey being fat and bald.
Yeah, yeah. The first time I was told about it and I looked it up, I was like, man, who is that? And I was like, it's Matthew McConaughey. Awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was a really good movie. You should check it out.
I really want to.
Yeah. And that's got to be it.
That's pretty much it for us.
Yeah. We don't have any more time.
Yeah.
I wish we did. But we don't.
No, that's a Monday.
Yeah.
Yep. that's a Monday.
See
So
you guys.
back tomorrow.
I'll see you guys Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, you won't be back tomorrow. You'll be back sometime at the end of the week.
I have
Will, you're gonna
jury
be
duty
gone
on
too.
Wednesday. So
I will see y'all
He'll see you
At-
at some point.
some point. Yeah. All right. See ya.